Hi friends, a very warm welcome to each and everyone. Thank you for stopping by and choosing to see. Choosing to watch. Today we are going to make this bag. Okay, I'm going to make this bag as a utility bag for using it in my kitchen, putting all my plastic bags in that. Okay, just it has a nice space in that, and you can hang it for the nail, or you can hang it at the doorknob or the hanger, anywhere you like, and it is very nice and useful. So I have made this. You can make as big as you want. You can adjust this space over here for hanging it for the doorknob. Okay, you can do that too. So this is, I have used this acrylic yarn. Okay, it's a 3 weight yarn, DK weight yarn. So you can use any yarns with any yarn, whichever you have. Okay, not necessarily cotton only. You can use acrylic, you can use the blend, any yarn which you feel you can work and just have it beautifully hanged over there. Okay, so for making this with the DK yarn, I used a 4mm hook. Okay, you'll need scissor, stitch marker, and needle and measuring tape to measure your work. Now this bag measures from bottom to top, it is 18.5 inches. Okay, so this is the bottom here and this is the top here, so it's 18.5 inches. Okay, almost something like that. So you can make it as big as you want, as small as you want. Okay, so with all these things ready, let's get started. Okay, so we are going to start by making a slip knot. Okay, placing it on the hook, pulling up, and I'm going to chain 40. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so after the chain 40, we are just going to add one more chain. So we have total number of 41 chain. Okay, that one chain is for turning. So we are going to work in the back hump of the chain. This is the front of the chain and this is the back hump. Now if you like, you can work in the chain, just grabbing one of the loop, okay, of the chain and then making the single crochet. Okay, so you can do that, but I'm going to work in the back hump in the second chain from the hook. Okay, making one single crochet, all the way till the end. Okay, now here I have reached at the end and this is the last stitch here. Okay, last chain. So in this last chain I'm going to put 3 single crochet. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. So that allows us to turn and start working the other side. Okay, so now we have worked this last chain, so we are going to go in the next chain here space. Okay, and put our single crochet. So now we are working the bottom of the chain. Okay, we have worked on top, now at the bottom. So if you have worked in one loop of the chain, you will have one more loop left, so you're going to put your single crochet in that. Okay, so here we go. We are just putting our single crochet underneath here, the space which is there, all the way till the end. And I'm working on my tail here, so I don't need sewing on. So here I've reached the end, and this is my last stitch here. So in that last stitch I'm going to put 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, and then slip stitch in the first single crochet this side. Okay, so slip stitch in that. So now we have got an even look all over the round. Okay, so this is what we are aiming. So we have at this bottom 3 single crochet, and we have the same over here. Okay, now so this will be the only round for single crochet as the base of the bag. Okay, now we are going to chain 3. So that chain 3 counts as the first double crochet. Okay, so we have worked that first stitch over here. Now we'll go in the next stitch and we are going to put double crochet. We'll put double crochet all the way around. Okay, now I want you to mark your last stitch over here. So see, this is the first stitch here, this is the slip stitch. Okay, so this will be here your last stitch. Okay, so just to know that here is where our last stitch, this is the slip stitch, and this is the first stitch here. Okay, so here is my last double crochet, okay, in the stitch marker. So this is how it looks. Okay, so here's our first double crochet, here's our last double crochet. We're just going to go in the chain 3 and make our slip stitch. So now the look is even, we have the curve here. So now what we are going to do, we are just going to push it in this way. Okay, and now that is inside here and the curve is outward in this way. So this is how our bag is forming. So now we are just going to work in rows, in circle rounds. We always, after the slip stitch, start with chain 3 and go into the next double crochet and put a double crochet on top, working all the way around, and slip stitch and join and work again. So I'm going to work till I get almost 10 inches. Okay, that's what my aim is. Now if I'm going to do any changes in the height, I will let you know. So you're just going to fold your work. As you put more rows into this, it will nicely be flat. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, so you're just going to measure your work in this way. Okay, from bottom till you get whatever size you need. You can decide the size. Okay, so I'll go ahead and continue, and I will let you know how many rows I did and what was the final height. What will be the final height? Okay, so I will let you know about that. So I'll continue mine, you continue yours, just working in rounds with double crochet, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so here I've finished the height. I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 22 rows for almost 10 inches. Okay, now if you want your bigger or smaller, you can decide here. Okay, so now here we have to see where we are going to we need the 2 points. Okay, so it's going to be here, 1 point over here and 1 point over here, this side. Okay, so this will be the front and the back will be here. So we are going to work on this back side here only. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut my yarn because I need to start it from here. Okay, so here we are going to attach our yarn, make a slip knot, place it on the hook. Okay, so we are going to start from here, not from here. Okay, because since it was going here round, we would work from here and go around. We would start from here. Okay, that would be a wrong side to work, as we need to work the back side here. You can choose either side. Okay, so here we go. We are going to chain 2. Okay, and a 1 unfinished double crochet and then pull it 2. Okay, so that counts as a decrease, our first decrease, and then rest of the stitches we're just going to put double crochet till we reach the other end, till we reach the other stitch marker. Okay, so here I've reached near the stitch marker. I have just 1 stitch remaining. Now when you reach at the join here, I did my double crochet on top of the chain 3, not in the slip stitch space. Okay, slip stitch area, not in that, on the chain 3, and then continue. Now, and I was working on the tail which we had left, which we had cut. Okay, so now here we are. So we have the last 2 stitches that we are going to decrease at last. So we are going to do double crochet decrease together, then chain 2, turn our work. This counts, chain 2 counts as the first decrease stitch. Now we are going to go in this and make a double crochet in this. Okay, so now this counts as our first decrease. So we are going to decrease both the side. Okay, whenever we start a row we decrease, and whenever we end the row we decrease. So when I reach here at the end, I will show you how we are going to decrease. Okay, so just continue and finish this row, and I will show you how we are going to carry on. So for every row, when you reach at the end, you'll have 2 stitches remaining. You will decrease. Now that chain 2 does not count as anything when you're doing decrease here. Okay, when you're going to end your row, you're going to just decrease 2 stitches like this, chain 2. Okay, turn your work. Then you're just going to put 1 double crochet in the next and in all the other stitches till you reach the end. And at the end you're just going to do the same how we did here. Okay, then when you reach at the end here, the chain 2 does not count anything, and this 2 stitches you're going to decrease. Okay, so this is how you're going to decrease both the sides till you reach where you have 6 stitches remaining. Okay, okay, so here is the triangle. Okay, I have done from here which we did. So I have done, let us count the rows: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 15 16. Okay, so I have finished on 16 rows, and now here I have leaving the decrease stitch and the chain 2, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 stitches. Okay, so now between that we have to decide where we need the hole for hanging. So what I'm going to do here is 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so we are going to do 1 2 3 4 stitches this side, so we are going to skip 3. Okay, so I'm going to put my stitch marker here just to know that this is the next stitch here, 1 2 and 3, and this is the 1 stitch here. Okay, just to know. So we are going to turn our work after doing chain 2 as usual. Okay, and then skipping the first stitch, double crochet in the next one, the same way we do this rows, second stitch and third. Okay, now I'm going to chain 4, 1 2 3 4, and skip this 3 stitches here, 1 2 3, and going to the 4th one and make our double crochet here, 1 2 and 3, and then at last we are going to decrease as usual, 2 half finished double crochet, pull together and made 1. So this is our space here. Just remove the stitch marker. Okay, chain 2, turn our work. Okay, now we are going to decrease this 2 stitches here. After this stitch we are going to skip this stitch and decrease this 2 stitches here, 1 unfinished double crochet, second unfinished, pull it through to 1. Now going into this double crochet here, putting 1 double crochet in that, now in this space we are going to put 4 double crochet, 1 2 3 and 4, and then double crochet on top of this, 1 here, and then decrease the last 2, and this way. Okay, and now chain 2, done our work, and now we are going to decrease 2 stitches here, and then 2 single crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, second double crochet, and we should have, okay, so 1 more double crochet will come before the last double crochet. So we have a decrease here, so we started with chain 2, a decrease, 3 double crochet, and last will be a decrease, last 2 stitches. Okay, now we are going to chain 2, and this will be the last round, okay, where we are going to decrease all the stitches. Okay, so here we go, we skip this one and decrease 1 and 2, and here will be last 2 double crochet, that also we will decrease, and 2. So that's the decrease. We have only 2 stitches remaining at top. Okay, so now we are going to chain 1, and now we are going to work at the side of this bag. Okay, so side of the bag we have this chain 2, so you can put, yeah, so we are going to put 2 single crochet in that, 1 and 2, and mark the first single crochet here, the first stitch over here, mark it. Then you're going to go in the next space here and put 2 single crochet. Then we have a decrease stitch here, so we are going to put 2 single crochet in that, a chain 2, 2 single crochet in that. So we are putting 2 single crochet in each of the spaces at the end of a row, okay, till we reach at here. Okay, so here I have done my last row. Now we have, this is the front part here. So in that front part we are going to just make 1 single crochet. Okay, 1 single crochet each, okay, till we reach over here, and then we are going to continue the other side of the top part of the side, you can see, and then I'm going to meet you over here, and I will tell you what we are going to do for this last row here. Okay, so work your way all the way from the front and then to the side, the same way. The sides will be the same way how we did. Okay, okay, so here I'm at the top. Remember, for this row we had only 2 stitches remaining. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this, so here my last 2 single crochet over here, so I'm just going to decrease that part with a decreased single crochet just to give a nice V shape, and then you can just skip it. You know what, we are just going to skip that part and just make single crochet in each. Okay, and then slip stitch and join to finish. So this is the finished part. Okay, this is the space for hanging. Now you can make this space bigger okay, for if you're going to hang it for a doorknob. Okay, you can do that. I'm just going to snip my yarn, I'm so sorry, and pull it out and cinch it, and now we can weave in the ends. Okay, so I can just go and weave in over here, front, back, I don't mind. So I'll be using as my plastic bag holder, okay, because that's very useful for me. You can use it for whatever reasons you want it. You can add it for putting toys, socks, or anything you like. You can use it for even yarn. Just color code them and just add your scrap yarns in that, and you know that your scrap yarns, orange color is in orange. You can make a yellow, a pink, okay, each one in each color, and just add your scrap yarns in that. Easy to find. Okay, you can make smaller bags and use it, and that's all we have here. Our bag is ready. Okay, so this is the bag. Here is the hanging space. Okay, so this has a very nice area for me to hang it. So I'll be inserting pictures of how I hang and how I use it. Okay, so this is the final thing. So I hope you had fun, okay, making this hanging bag for the plastic bags. Okay, a great use of crochet. So I'll see you in our next video. Till then, take care and bye bye, friends.